You are listening to a pleasure podcast. For more from our sex podcast collective, visit pleasurepodcasts.com.
I should talk to him about that. I don't know that he knows what that is.
Oh, you're going to have to educate him on how to use the cock ring?
No, God.
Why don't you let me educate him on that?
Tell him.
It's a brotherly thing.
You taught him how to pee in a toilet.
So you tell him how to use a cock ring. I've never used a cock ring
Then
before.
what are you telling him about?
I could tell him.
How can you tell him if you never used one?
I've read so much about cock rings.
Why?
It's uncomfortable to talk about sex, but sometimes it's important to get uncomfortable. Sex Talk with My Mom is the best mom-son podcast about sex.
It's the only one as well.
My mother is a cougar.
My son is a clown.
In a nutshell, my dad died, so my mother decided to create a YouTube channel all about sex, like all mothers do.
And then my son decides to use my material in his stand-up comedy routines.
And thus, Sex Talk with My Mom was born. Welcome to Sex Talk with My Mom. I'm Cam Potter.
And I'm Karen Lee Potter.
We're coming at you live from this bunker of a studio. I have to fucking risk my life every time I come in here.
Okay, we should discuss that right away.
Let's just, right off the bat, explain the risk factor of us recording together.
Zero.
No,
I think there's literally 1%.
Your building is infested.
Oh my God.
The whole fucking place.
One or two people got it in a building of over, I don't know, 150 people.
And those are the two people that sit at the front desk.
No, they did not sit at the front desk.
They shake your hand and they say, hey, here's a little coronavirus for you.
Who's shaking hands?
Breathing all over you.
You know, here's the sneaky freaks. For those of you that are just tuning in for the first time, Cam and I come from different philosophies on many issues. And one of them is the anxious perspective about how likely you are to get the coronavirus. Well, I'm trying to say it as nicely as possible. Basically, Cam is freaking out because he had to walk in my building, and he found out that someone in the building.
I'm not freaking out. You saw? Would you say you've seen me all morning? Am I freaking out? I've made one reference to it.
You came in and you barraged me with questions. Actually, that's even before you came in. How many people have gotten it? Have you gotten any more emails and notifications about it? You're a little anxious about it.
You are getting emails and notifications on a daily basis saying that the front desk is contracting coronavirus.
They said a lot. They did not necessarily say. They said people that work in the building.
Okay.
It's not just the front desk.
All right. You know what? I want to say we're doing our best. We're doing a lot of social distancing. And to any sneaky freaks out there that are suffering from COVID right now or know people who are suffering from COVID, we're sending you a lot of love, a lot of warm wishes.
That's a nice thing because no one ever does that kind of thing.
It's not done enough.
And we hear all the time about how our podcast makes people laugh. And I don't blame them because I would be laughing too if I was listening to us.
One of our sneaky freaks, Nichelle, told us that she lost her entire sense of smell and taste recently.
I know.
And as someone suffering from asthma and a shot immune system, she's very nervous about getting this is COVID.
She has a right to be nervous. You, on the other hand, do not.
Well, my thoughts are with you. I hope you have a very moderate case, if at all. And I also want to say she did text us and say, on the bright side, my dog farted a mean one earlier, and my boyfriend was gagging while I couldn't smell any of it, and just got to laugh at him for the whole time.
See, that's someone who can find a silver lining.
That's a silver lining,
and
Michelle.
It's ironic because Dee's, as you know, is constantly testing whether or not he has COVID-19 by farting, and then telling me if he can smell his own farts.
Yeah, he informs me all the time.
Yeah.
He's very proud of his own at-home test.
He's got an at-home test.
He eats very fucking gaseous foods.
Uh-huh.
And then he farts and tests if he could smell it.
What do you think about that?
I as long as he's not testing around me, I think it's fine.
But that is not the only symptom of it. So I don't understand why that particular one makes him think he's immune.
They're all fucking symptoms. All the symptoms are symptoms.
I know. Me even having a little
runny nose right there, symptom. Stomach ache, symptom.
I don't have a stomach ache.
Constipation, symptom.
Who has constipation?
Fucking weird feelings in my toes, symptom.
Are these all your symptoms? I thought you were talking about me.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time I had a nice bowel movement. Anyway, I want to say
I know. Why are bowel movements so difficult these days? They're hard to come by.
You're not eating enough vegetables.
That's what it is. How do
Yeah.
you get fresh vegetables when you're allowed to go to the market once a week?
It's a good question. I do the whole CSA box. Anyway, let's
All right,
let's get the show
let's talk sex.
on the road. Yeah, let's talk sex.
All
Well,
right.
let's begin at our Hanukkah celebration last night.
That's where you're going to be talking about. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it always, you know what, I don't like when, this is what, in general, I've noticed this not just with family, but friends too. They come up with, high and mighty, but then when you give them the sex products, they're all excited about it. You know what I mean?
Let's let me outline what happened last night. We had an outdoor dinner very far away from each other with the rest of the family. There was
Right.
maybe a total of 6 of us.
Again, sneaky freaks, if you think Cam is anxious, we've got other members of the family that are even more anxious than Cam.
I would say
You're moderate compared to some
I'm
of
right in the middle of the pack.
Yeah. On one side is your brother, who doesn't seem to give a fuck,
No,
but
he
he's very,
cares. No,
he's very
he's good.
conscious about our needs, but not necessarily about his own.
No, he cares.
He cares?
Yeah, he literally just quit his job because he was about to get
Well,
coronavirus.
that's different. That's a horrible situation.
Okay, we're not going to get into
All
that.
right. But so he's like at one end. Would you say he's the one? He's one of them.
He's a lax, but he's lax on everything. Anyway,
I like to call it chill.
so anyway, we had a nice dinner, ate some vegetables, and then it was time for the gift giving. And your gifts didn't arrive, so you decided to, I guess, pull an audible at the last minute.
I pulled an audible. We had no wrapping paper either, so we used magazine pages.
And you wrapped up all of the toys from our naughty or nice box and gave it to our family members.
Yeah, that was nice of me because I let you keep your box and I had to use mine.
So you gave my sister and her boyfriend a naughty or nice game,
Yeah, and
a sex game, basically.
And it seemed like the boyfriend liked it more than she did.
Yeah, the boyfriend
That's what I'm saying.
is definitely more adventurous, it seemed, at least to us.
No, I'm saying that, behind closed doors, who knows? She's probably the biggest sneaky freak of all.
Okay. And then you gave her some kitten matches.
Yeah.
And then without the fucking massage candle that was supposed to go with it. What happened to the massage candle, Moot?
I wanted to keep the massage candle. So I didn't want to give it to her. I mean, especially if she's giving me an attitude.
So you just gave her some fucking matches.
I just gave her cat matches. She loves cats. By the way, during our dinner, we hear some scruffling noises. Scruffling? Is that a word?
I don't know.
Well, whatever. That's a perfect word to describe the noises we heard, right? Scruffling?
Scruffling.
There was some scruffles going on.
That's, by the way, definitely not a word.
It's not a word, but it describes the noises
Okay.
perfectly. Now, I always love when I see animals. I mean, the other day when we went on the Duffy boat, I was like so excited because a seagull arrived and landed on our bow of our boat. But these are freaky fucking. This is a sneaky freak that was up there scruffling around.
We saw
a giant, not even a small. I think it was a pregnant raccoon
a giant raccoon wearing a mask.
wearing a mask, at least socially distanced, thank God, and exhibiting very weird behaviors, like it was almost like a three-toed sloth.
I brought the dessert.
Oh, big hit. Big hit.
It was I brought vegan frozen yogurt and strawberries.
Strawberries are the best thing. I mean, it was almost like they were magical strawberries.
No one appreciated the fact that you were the only other one. The family doesn't really get down with the healthy desserts like I do.
No. They would have
Certainly
been
not.
much happier if you just gave them a freaking plate of brownies.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
But I brought the fucking healthy, bougie, expensive bullshit.
Yeah, but I think
The raccoon wanted that shit.
that raccoon was smelling our food, and then I was so scared that Gus was going to be the next raccoon meal.
When I have my laptop on my lap like this, you think it can somehow ruin the fertility, my potential fertility?
Here we go.
No, that's a good question.
So it's touching.
Right now,
is your laptop
I see
touching your dick?
It's resting on top of my penis right now.
Testicles?
My balls are. I'm pretty much sitting on my balls.
So you're fine.
You think my legs are
Yeah.
blocking my balls from any radiation?
Yeah, I think you're fine.
All right, we can move on then.
Okay.
I want to thank you again for my gift.
Your gifts are very clever.
My mother gave me a shower cap.
Well, you needed one because I saw that stupid ass Instagram post that you.
Stupid?
Yeah.
I mean, stupid.
Yeah, it clown like.
Okay, better.
Sorry for calling it stupid.
Thank you.
But you did have a shower cap on.
Idiotic, I would have taken.
Idiotic.
That's
Would you
fine.
describe your shower cap?
Actually, stupid is actually kind of what I'm going for sometimes too. So
Yeah.
I actually thank you for that. The shower cap. There's a hole in it because I've used it so many times, and it came from a hotel that we stayed at about 4 years ago.
Okay, I'm using the same ones, FYI. But I have like 2 or 3 that I rotate.
No way!
And that's when I found one, and I gave it to you.
You ever buy the shower? You ever buy like a professional shower cap?
I have never bought a professional shower cap.
Why not?
If I can get one that says Sneaky Freaks, I'd buy it.
Well, I don't know how we're gonna.
They don't do that. They don't have that kind of merch out there.
No, they don't got that merch.
Anyway. So yeah, you looked a little ridiculous with that shower cap that was obviously not providing any kind of coverage.
I did shower for all of you sneaky freaks, even though this is a fucking podcast. I'm so sick of getting ridiculed for my fucking hair.
Your hair smelled like shit last week.
Smell it this week.
No, I'm scared.
Smell it.
A weird smell.
Come on.
A musky smell.
Musk is good.
No, musky and a weird body odor / hair.
What the fuck?
Did you wash your hair with soap and water or shampoo?
Shampoo and conditioner.
Did you rinse out any of the products?
You know, at this point, I think you're making this shit up. You're gaslighting me.
I'm not gaslighting you.
You're gaslighting, or if you, as you say, gas lamping.
It's a gas lamping. There's something definitely pungent about the smell.
Yeah, it's called gaslight.
What kind of shampoo are you using? Some free that you got from 4 years ago at a hotel?
No, some expensive ass shit on Amazon that you know what? I hate this. I can't stand when I order a product because it's got like thousands of reviews, 5-star reviews on Amazon, and then I start looking in the fucking reviews.
They're all 1 star.
No, they're all 5 stars, but it's because the people that received and left a review got another free bottle.
That's what they do. That's how they get you. It's how I got my record player.
Yeah, but that's bullshit because then I pay the fucking 40 whatever bullshit dollars for this vegan natural shampoo bullshit.
Well, why would you buy that crap then? That's why your hair and smells looks the way it does.
It's very funny, Mother.
It's that smell. It looks like it hasn't really cleaned your hair.
I use it lightly. I'm told I shouldn't be using it more than once a week.
Okay, you were told incorrectly.
How often do you shampoo your hair?
Oh, every other day.
Is this shampoo talk with my mom?
Yes.
Every other day.
Every 3rd day at the most.
Okay.
Depending on how much, workout.
Sneaky freaks, if you got long hair, how often do you recommend
It's a good question.
using shampoo? I hear if you use too much, the shit's going to fall out. Your hair, that is.
No, that's nonsense.
Anyway, so after dinner, you gave my brother and his girlfriend
surprises.
Sex crackers, which we know what's fucking in there, but it's a surprise.
Okay.
You gave them a fucking vibrator and a fucking cock ring.
I gave my son a cock ring.
Yeah.
Oh, that might be the name of this episode.
Yeah.
Not the son that I'm speaking with right now.
No, I actually don't even own a cock. Oh, I guess I do own a cock ring now.
I should talk to him about that. I don't know that he knows what that is.
Oh, you're gonna have to educate him on how to use the cock ring?
No, God.
Why don't you let me educate him on that?
Tell him.
That's a brotherly thing.
You taught him how to pee in a toilet.
So you tell him how to use a cock ring. I've never used a cock ring
Then
before.
what are you telling him about?
I could tell him.
How can you tell him if you never used one?
I've
I
read
guess you know
so
more
much
than
about
I do.
cock rings.
Why?
I have to vet these people for our sponsors.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I know so much about cock rings. What?
I'm enjoying all the products. On last Friday we did our favorite gifts show.
Yes.
And I've been using some of these products, and I wanted to bring that up as a possible problem.
What?
When you have vibrators that work as well as some of these do, you can get kind of lazy about hey, why do I bother having sex?
Are you not having sex with these because you got so into this fucking Essenza? I
didn't say that. I just said it's sitting there welcoming me.
Oh my God. I got to tell this kid about
And
this.
sometimes when
the guy that lives in my building.
Sometimes it's like it's calling out my name. Come use me.
No
Come use
way.
Me. Yeah. I mean, he's snoring away over there.
And it's quiet enough.
2 hour. It's not that quiet, by the way. It's kind of loud because it's such a powerful mechanism going on.
No way.
This one's a powerhouse. I don't know. It's louder than that.
It's thrusting.
It's thrusting. It's doing
Has
all
he
kinds.
caught you?
What do you mean catch me? I tell him I'm going to use it.
Is he
I'm very
fine?
open about talking about what I'm doing with my boyfriend.
I thought he's sleeping.
if right before he goes to sleep, I'm like, hey, you want to watch me play with my dildo?
Oh my God.
Let me say something. When you are with someone who has ADHD, there's strengths and weaknesses. The weakness could be that he might say inappropriate things in inappropriate times when we're
All the
family
time.
gatherings. But the good thing is that you don't have to be embarrassed about saying anything at any time.
Not a lot of judgment
So
there.
There's no judgment. If I decide I want to pull out the old brand new vibes, he's not going to say a word.
All right.
He's going to say,
It's-
go for
It's
it.
good
Have
that you
fun.
have an open-minded partner like that.
I think can you imagine me being with a non-open-minded partner?
One of these douchebags that are like, what, are you touching yourself?
Yeah.
Without me? You
What,
take
I'm not
this-
good enough? I
Right,
can't
it's
provide you a good
bullshit
orgasm?
right there.
You need a vibrator? You have to. You only get off with the vibrator and not my hands, not my
Yeah.
tongue. I'm so good at it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, bro.
This is not the same.
Yeah, I
same
could never
vibe.
be with that kind of insecure bullshit.
Yeah. Anyway, so you like Femme Fun's Essenza, you're trying to say.
Yep, I
And
like
my
it.
friends, you can get 20% off at femmefun.com/mom or use code mom at checkout. Okay.
And it's called the Essenza. If you really want to know
What-
what we're talking about
Okay.
here,
So
it ain't quiet though.
speaking of which,
What?
perhaps this is an excellent time to give a warm, loving welcome to the segment of the show called We Fucking Love Uber Lube.
Uber Lube to save the day.
What do you like about Uber Lube, Mother?
Oh, my God.
It's perfect for vaginal, oral, and anal.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
I knew you were going to say that.
It is the perfect lube, though.
Do you have any memories of the Uber Lube that you can share with us? And if not, you can pass and we can pretend like I didn't just ask the question.
I'm always using Uber Lube. It's a continual. It's like one of those go-to. You know how you need a go-to, like you need this for your shampoo.
What?
A go-to product, you know it's going to work
Oh,
every
yeah.
time, and it's going to be consistent and good, and you're always going to have a good experience with it. You're never going to have a bad experience. That's what Uber Lube is. It's never sticky. It doesn't taste shitty. Doesn't smell weird. It doesn't slime. You put on a measured dose, so you're not overusing it. It's not all over the place. It doesn't get all over your sheets, and it's natural products that are involved with it, like coconut oil. Did I say enough? What? It's not coconut oil?
Oh, you're making this shit, the ingredients up right now?
It's
Silicone with little vitamin E. Where the fuck did coconut oil come
Oh,
from?
I thought it was coconut.
No, it's not coconut oil. You
Okay.
think about native deodorant?
Oh, yeah, native deodorant. Yeah, okay.
Do you
Well-
know what Uber Lube is?
What the fuck? I use Uber Lube way more than you do.
You don't know what.
I'm going to Uber
you
Lube
d-
shame you.
Yeah, you don't
What do
know
you
how
like about
often.
it?
Well, I will say, you can bring it into the shower.
That's awesome.
You can use it underwater in the
Have
water.
you done this?
It lives in my shower.
Oh, I forgot. How could I forget when you were trying to stick your finger up your ass and you were sliding around on the shower? You're lucky you didn't crack your head open.
Uber Lube is the perfect lube. It creates a perfect layer, not some gunky ass layer between you and another person or you and yourself. It's just a nice slick layer to allow you to feel and slide around yourself or someone else.
Sly around yourself.
Yeah, you want that little slip, you know?
You said sly.
Slide. Anyway, you can get 10% off and free shipping at uberlube.com. Use promo code MOM, M-O-M, at uberlube.com, U-B-E-R lube.com.
And tell him Mom sent you.
That's it.
That's right.
So at the dinner last night,
I was going to bring samples of Uber Lube.
I knew you were going to do that.
I was. And then I thought to myself, Cam's going to say, you're giving away all our Uber Lube.
Well, we gotta fucking savor that shit.
Because you can use it for masturbation, too.
Mom, enough with the Uber Lube
all right,
ad.
Go ahead.
We know we love it. That's enough. All right. So last night at the dinner table, my brother gave me a little makeover. My Hinge dating app,
I
a
happened to see what
makeover.
was going on.
He gave me a whole makeover.
Yeah. How does he know?
I don't know, but I trust him.
I trust him, too. He's very authoritative.
I trust him more than I trust my sister, actually.
Oh. Why?
Well, my sister often insults my head of hair and the way I look, the way I present. So I just figured might as well go to Jingle.
Plan B.
Plan B, Jingle got my back. He sent me a bunch of fucking weird videos and pictures that I could put on my Hinge profile.
See,
Give me a whole
I don't
makeover.
understand the need for weirdness when you're trying to attract someone with your masculine bravado. Why are you using weird? Like one of the pictures was you with a little Asian girl sticking something in your hair. I'm surprised she even stood near your hair.
first of all, that's not on this profile. Okay.
Yeah.
Second of all, it was a very cute moment where this girl was climbing over
A seat
the
onto your
airplane
head.
seat onto my head. It was very cute.
All right, that one is cute.
Okay, what about? Did you see the one though? It's a video of me. I'm sitting there, just boxers on,
Yeah.
with a Tibetan singing bowl on my head.
No.
You know, like one of those
No.
ones they play in the meditation.
No.
And then I have the gong, and then I hit the gong
On your head.
on my head. Now, that's how I end the profile.
I think this is the problem. I think I found the solution to the problem.
So you have both the problem and the solution?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready.
The problem here is that you want to entertain somebody, but then when you're looking at their profiles and they do weird shit, you're like, I don't want someone that's weird. That's so weird. So basically, you do not want someone like yourself.
That's fine.
Right.
Why is that a problem?
Because the people that are weird would like weird things, and the people that aren't weird are going to want
That's
normal kind of guys.
So what's the solution?
Listen to me.
Oh, my
You
ass.
put pictures of yourself like that one I showed you on a boat where you're looking kind of macho.
I
on
already
a
got
boat.
the fucking boat picture. How many boat pictures
Actually,
I got?
I always hated when I was on that dating sites and that person would put themselves next to a boat like they own the boat. I hope people aren't getting the wrong impression on the picture on the
Trust
boat.
me, no one is looking at me with my fucking weird ass long hat. I look like I'm on a safari.
I
on a
didn't
boat,
tell you to wear
on a
the
dinghy.
No, I don't want
People
you.
might actually think I own that boat.
I don't
but
like
it's
that
not
way.
something that I'm bragging about at the
I'm not
least.
talking about that. No, you're not wearing that. When you're wearing that hat.
Yeah, I like the hat.
No.
Okay, all right, enough of that. Anyway, my brother gave me a makeover, and then I went home and I paid $9.99.
Sneaky freaks. He's now an executive platinum member of Hinge,
I paid $9.99 to
which
go
was
on
probably painful for you.
to boost for an hour. That means that they show my profile
Just
to
for an
40
hour?
times more the people than it typically would have in an hour.
Did you do it?
So I did.
Did you get any results?
One match.
One.
One.
All right. Was it worth $10?
If this is a good match, I don't know.
So it's almost like it's almost like this Facebook and all these social media platforms that are like subliminally pushing your pictures.
Yeah, that's
Wow,
exactly
I
right.
saw
I'm trying to
something-
hack the
I
system
saw
over
some
here.
news thing about that. What was that? Oh, that was in that show.
Here's what. You fucking social dilemma.
Yeah.
That's some news thing. It's a fucking documentary that we saw that was basically rock the world. What are you talking about? All right, I will say I discovered some things though, while spending a lot of time on Hinge. Number one, my neighbor popped up on the Hinge.
What? You female?
Yeah,
And that's weird. Oh, in close proximity there.
very close proximity. I don't know what to do about that situation. I actually, I
This
I
is
gave
only
it-
in the $9.99 version, not the regular version.
No, it was because I started playing with my preferences, and then I expanded. I was only going up to 33 years old, so then I expanded up to like 46 or something like that.
Oh, I love that.
Well, I needed more people in the 40 times the amount of people that typically show it to. My
So maybe
preferences
that's
were
been
too
your
limited.
problem, is that you were too limited to a certain age group.
Possibly. So this person, I guess, is 38.
So what? That's great.
I don't think I ended up putting the big X on it because I don't like this you shit where you eat situation.
Oh, yeah, I understand.
Every time I walk in the fucking building,
Yeah,
she's,
I always talk about that with guys that like you don't want to be with someone that and ultimately will end up, if you do break up,
yeah.
being very awkward. It could happen in the workplace. It could happen, at the gym or whatever. And
Actually, Seeking Freaks, what do you guys think about this? Do you think you should fuck your neighbors? It's 310-356-3920. That's our text line. Give us a text. Should you fuck your neighbors?
should you fuck your neighbors?
But I guess I'm entering the cougar market because of this.
I love it.
Yeah.
I've always said you should be with someone who's older.
I know you have,
You're
but
more
I have not
old
listened.
soul, and you're a deeper thinker.
Thank you.
Speaking of that, I saw something on ayahuasca last night. I saw a documentary.
What
Whoa.
did you watch?
Unwell or unhealing or something along those lines.
It makes you want to do ayahuasca?
No.
Really?
Hell no.
Really?
First of all, people are puking their guts out.
Yeah. It's a
They're
purge.
purged. Yeah, they're purging. Purging, aka vomiting intensely like 300 times. What the hell? Why would I want to vomit and deliberately vomit? Someone also went into some sort of like anaphylactic shock. Someone ended up getting suicidal because they were taking like a bunch of other drugs like Klonopin, which I take, and ended up
God.
killing the shaman or whatever.
What
of
the fuck? What the fuck documentary was this?
And then 4 guys in the community came out and they killed this guy. Apparently, you get a very good feeling at some point during it, but it's certainly not worth the risk.
Damn. Okay.
They don't tell you about little stuff like what happens if you go in to have a stroke out, or that kind
It's
of
true.
stuff. Yeah. Anyway,
All right. So we had a little ayahuasca talk. Oh, I had something I actually wanted to talk to you about.
what?
So the vaccine is coming for
Oh
COVID.
yeah, I'm very well aware of that. I read about it night and day.
And I just have this feeling that you are gonna try to finagle your way into getting this vaccine.
Oh yeah. But I'm not 100% sure now. I keep vacillating whether I want to take it or not. But if all goes well and
You're taking it.
what are you telling me to take it?
You're almost in the fucking. You're in the
Danger zone?
You're in the danger zone over there. You taking that fucking shit. You get the opportunity, you take it. I thought I heard you the other day trying to trade vibrators for the vaccine.
That is true.
The fuck is that?
So I have a friend who's a nurse, and she said that there's a possibility that we could do a little trade.
A little trade.
A little trade.
What is some of these Satisfier vibrators
Yeah.
for a vaccine?
That's right.
No way.
I don't know. I have nothing else to barter with.
So you're hawking vibes to get the vaccine?
You'd be surprised how many people at this time, and the Christmas time is a lonely time. We got Corona and all the other things going on. It's a time that you'd want to get vibrators.
Well, that's why we fucking love Satisfier.
I do love Satisfier.
So just to catch everyone up, Satisfier is one of our favorite sexual wellness device companies. They are known for their cutting-edge technologies.
Well, the Curvy 2 Plus stimulates the clit with air pulse technology. It simulates kind of like oral sex.
It sends waves into your clit.
It like lights up the clit, and then you flip it over, and it offers the intense G-spot stimulation. So you stick it inside you, and
You know what?
what?
Sometimes when you get such cutting-edge technology, it's hard to know what all the buttons do.
I know.
That is why these app-enabled products are perfect.
Because you can just look at your phone and move things up and down, higher, lower, turn it on and off.
You use your phone as a remote control. And what's even cooler about this is if you wanted to do some partner play, say you're across the country from this person, they could have access to your vibrator
I know.
or your stimulator, whatever you're
Can you
using.
imagine if a stranger did it to you?
You can actually connect with people through their app, and it's pretty safe.
Are you thinking of doing this?
I would love to do this.
And you know what? Right now, the lucky listeners are going to get 40% off. The little sneaky freaks.
40% off. It's almost half off.
That's it. And free shipping.
You can't beat this. All you got to do is go to Satisfier.com. That's SATISFYER.com. Use promo code MOM40, MOM40. 40% off
And free shipping.
on all app-enabled products. You're not going to want to miss this, my friends.
We're talking about the Curvy 2 Plus.
We're talking about the Double Joy, the U-shaped male and female partner play extravaganza. There's
Yeah.
something for your needs. Just go to Satisfier.com.
Other issues I'd like to discuss.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, social media is becoming very prudish.
Oh, boy. They always are.
Well, I've been reading a lot on social media, and I found out that girls on porn on Instagram were saying how on the 20th of December, all the social media are going to get really strict. If you have sex, or if you're sex positive, if you're sex worker, if you're involved in sex in any way, sex podcast.
Why? Fucking why?
Because racism and all the other issues don't matter. They only want to infringe upon people's sexual
Who gives
rights.
a flying fuck?
These stuck in the mud people. It's like crazy what's going on. Meanwhile,
Is this mom's news?
I have now, but I just want to tell you, I have been banned from Facebook. And the problem is that my friends are still, because of their age range, are still on Facebook.
They're stuck in the past.
It's always that way. I'm always a trendsetter. Like right now, I can tell you, they're going to be on TikTok in another year. I've been on TikTok for 2 years by then. You know, they're always like a step behind me. Let me tell you something. Right now, they're thinking I'm ignoring their grandchildren's birthdays. They think I'm ignoring all their, pictures of their daughter's weddings and all these other things that, They advertise on Facebook all the time. And I'm missing people's birthdays. I can't even like a picture because apparently in 2015, I did a video called 5 Ways to Have Wild Sex.
And so that prevents you from doing anything else on Facebook?
Some bot found it. I don't even know where it is. And then they punished me for 30 days. Then I appealed it, and they said I won the appeal. But then they found that same video posted in a different type of way, and they banned me again. So I'm just constantly being banned.
So what's the solution for us and for our sneaky freaks?
Follow me on TikTok.
You don't think TikTok's going to start banning you? I feel like they're more prudent than the fucking Facebook.
I don't know. TikTok is the way to go, though. TikTok.
Well, if you want to, I guess you could always stay in touch with us by texting us
or emailing us.
You 310-356-3920. You text us, and then we kind of are able to communicate with you all the time, as much as you want. And then I guess emailing us. But otherwise, we're kind of at the whim of these fucking social media platforms.
Yeah, exactly. Or you can find us on Patreon. You'll never lose us there. Patreon.com/Sex Talk with My Mom.
Do you think that in the future we're going to look back at this time and be like, how are we ever so prude? Like, why was this ever a thing?
I have noticed, though, there are a lot of the TV shows I'm watching, even like Schitt's Creek, they're bringing in like men that are bisexual, and it's normal now. It's not.
But
it's
you
not
do
like,
see people having sex?
What?
Do you see more people having sex on TV?
On cable, or on those kind of
like HBO,
Netflix and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but not on CBS.
I don't
ABC,
watch those
ABC.
kind of TV shows.
Yeah.
Except for the Bears games.
So I think it is eventually. But why are the social media companies cracking down? Maybe because the kids.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely part of the problem. And the other thing is that they have to crack down on the white supremacists, so they feel like, well, I better hit the sexual predators by me being talking about 5 ways to have wild sex. That's a very upsetting post.
You're a very sexual predator, Mother.
I know, it's embarrassing to tell people why I'm banned. It's like they think I'm some sort of like a porn star or something. Speaking of which, I'm so tired of people asking about if I'm doing an OnlyFans page.
Are you?
No, I'm not.
Who's asking?
All the time I get that.
Huh.
Man on TikTok.
I've started doing a strange thing that I think could.
Oh, I'm scared. What?
Go on OnlyFans.
What?
I like to refer to this as emotional dancing.
What?
Emotional dancing.
How are you dancing?
Basically, I get emotional. I don't know. My emotions vacillate between depression, anxiety, and anger pretty frequently.
What?
Sometimes with moments.
Those are all very downer type. What is this? Cam's downer sex talk with my mom?
But sometimes with moments of happiness as well. But.
So you decide to dance to your emotions out?
I dance. I think that's the best way for me to relax and to let it out. And so, but it looks very bizarre.
I've seen what your dances look like.
You haven't seen this.
It's even worse than what I'm imagining.
Worse?
I've seen your weird dancing. Sometimes you dance weird.
It looks like modern.
Modern?
Yeah, it looks like modern dance. Moving into different shapes and
alphabet letters.
Getting very emotional with the whole thing.
Do you feel better afterwards, or?
Yeah, I do.
All right, whatever works.
And the lights are usually off.
Are you high when this is going on?
No, that's what's unusual. I've started doing this sober now.
Why are you closing your eyes right now?
I have a massive migraine.
Maybe because you're not smoking enough weed.
No, it's because I got my neck cranked this way. Bob and Brad would be very upset with me if they saw my posture.
Bob and Brad.
Bob and Brad, the two most famous
physical therapists on the internet. Yeah, we're still in our Bob and Brad phase.
The other night I woke up to Bob and Brad just playing in my head, and I started doing their exercises at 4 a.m. It is honestly what's getting me through. It's what gets me through my depression, my anxiety. It cools me.
Why don't you just do TikToking?
No, because I like watching Bob and Brad.
Okay.
They're physical therapists. I'm learning. They entertain me, and that's enough.
And if you had to have sex, not had to, if you had the opportunity to have sex with Bob or Brad, who would you choose? This could determine why you are not doing so well on Hinge.
I feel like Bob. I think he'd be a bigger spoon.
This is what I was worried. This is what Bob.
Bob would be a big spoon.
Bob is the bigger nerd of the two, if that's even possible to choose one.
I fucking love both of them. So it's hard for me to decide, but I think Bob.
Bob?
Yeah. He's got a gentle cadence about him as well. What about you, Bob or Brad?
I totally do Brad. Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding.
Bob he's got a geeky haircut. I'm sorry. The
I don't give a
haircut.
flying
I
fuck.
can't. Sometimes all it takes for me is a haircut, and I can't do it.
All right. Some sneaky freaks don't even know who we're talking about.
All
so.
right. So,
but if you do want to know, it's Bob and Brad. Just look up Bob and Brad on YouTube.
We had a couple questions here. I asked people on Instagram, like, do you have any questions for Karen and Cam? And this is what we come up with. Guzman, Eduardo Guzman asks, what is your favorite vacation destination?
And what would you say?
Me?
Yeah.
Africa.
The whole continent.
South Africa.
Okay. We're getting close.
Safari
In South Africa.
It
was very specific safari. We went from continent to specific safari.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
King's Camp, I think it's called. Do you have a specific destination that you would go to in a heartbeat?
I have been wanting to study with this one Parisian master clown.
Oh.
Gaulier. But
where is he located?
A little outside of Paris, I think. Maybe an hour away, I think. Some town that basically just is inhabited by clowns.
Oh.
That's my understanding for what this is. So that's probably my first vacation destination.
And any others?
Plum Village, also in France.
Oh, my God.
Thich Nhat Hanh's meditation center.
Oh. I thought you were going to say Tibet.
No. It's pretty good.
Pretty good, is right.
So I got to go to France.
I also would like to go to Bali.
Okay. What other questions we got over there?
We have another question here from Erica. Dating has changed so much since I was last single.
Oh, yeah.
Any tips?
Well, I don't know when you were last single. And actually, I don't know how to date now. So...
So you have no tips.
Actually, this is a fucking shout out to fucking my ex-girlfriend's company, Hum Hum.
Hum Hum.
Hum Hum. If you look up Hum Hum, she puts together these conscious dating experiences in New York and Los Angeles.
Why aren't you doing Hum Hum?
I'm doing one this week.
Well, what does this entail?
It's so good. It's a virtual experience that she leads, and she brings together single people from all walks of life in a specific area, and then she leads them through like some breathing exercises, some movement exercises, some talking exercises.
Any ayahuasca?
There's no ayahuasca involved, and then she'll like break you out into different breakout rooms, and and then bring you back, and then she gives you.
So
prompts.
your ex-girlfriend is going to basically fix you up with someone who's.
She's been trying to fix me up for a while now. Is that bizarre?
No, it's nice.
I agree. It's nice. It is a little off-putting, but it is nice. It's very sweet.
Oh.
Anyway,
Okay.
so hopefully my ex-girlfriend will fix me up with someone this week.
Okay. You know what time it is?
What's that time, Mother?
Mom's news, mom's news, mom's news.
Mom, what's the news?
You were
This is
supposed-
the
yeah.
segment of the show where my mother shares the most groundbreaking, earth-shattering news the world has to offer.
Yeah, and this one will definitely, I think this will inspire many people to say, yes, mom's news is that and all that.
Let's hear it.
Warning, fellas, skinny dip at the risk of your own testicles.
What?
Okay, yep. That's what Scandinavian authorities were telling swimmers at the Strait of Öresund in Pacu. Have you ever heard of Pacu? P-A-C-U. A piranha-like fish have been spotted in the waters, and these South African aquatic creatures love munching on nuts. When they can't find the type that fall from the trees, they go for the type that hang from dudes.
Oh, my gosh.
The attacks are rare, though these fish are said to have caused 2 Papua New Guinea fishermen to die.
What?
Perhaps the worst possible way. It's unclear how this freshwater
What?
breed is traveling to cold water locales like Sweden and Denmark, but they also caused a scare last year in an Illinois lake.
Oh, my God.
They're talking Lake Michigan, I'm assuming.
Oh, my God.
Some believe tropical fish enthusiasts are to blame. The good news is that ladies can still skinny dip risk-free. And if you don't like swimming with the boys, Pacu are your friends.
Oh, my fucking God. There is a fish out there that will just chomp on testicles.
How do you feel about this? Did you get like kind of like the heebie-jeebies just like thinking about it?
Yeah.
But when have you ever? I mean, why would a thin little bathing suit prevent them? Like, what if you were wearing like a little thin boxer shorts?
Oh my God. I don't like piranhas at all. These are relatives of the piranhas, I assume.
A piranha-like fish.
Yeah. I don't like this at all. They target the testicles.
Yeah.
Why do they target the testicles?
Those are delicious delicacies, apparently, for these fish.
Oh my God.
I told you I wouldn't disappoint you with some important news.
Oh my Lord.
Okay.
I don't like that at all.
Well, do we have anything for Cam's Uppers?
Oh, Cam's Uppers is the place to be.
Fun living is the life for me.
This is Cam's Uppers, the segment of the show where I share with my mother something that is very meaningful and dear to my heart, something that has opened my eyes recently, something that she typically finds
boring
or
uninteresting
or
really ridiculous.
That's right, it's Cam's Uppers.
Cam's Uppers.
Yes, Cam's Uppers. I'm reading the book called a book called The Magic of Thinking Big.
I've heard of this book.
Yeah, probably because I've told you about it.
Oh.
It's a very old school book, and I started listening to it reading it because Tim Ferriss and several of his guests recommended it. So
name dropping, are you?
Well, I just want to tell them where it's coming from. It's by a Dr. Schwartz, Dr. David Schwartz, Jew boy. Anyway, I mean, so one of the things
there
that
are
he talks
some not Jewish Schwartzes. Did you know that?
I did know that.
Yeah.
David Schwartz?
But it sounds Jew.
Okay. He says...
Not that there's anything wrong with it.
He says if you believe that something is possible, your brain will make it happen.
I agree with that.
If you believe that something is impossible, your brain will figure out ways to justify the impossibility.
This is like the 5-second rule.
What?
Yeah.
Are you usurping Cam's Uppers again?
No, I'm just saying
that's exactly
it sounds
what's
very
happening.
similar to Mel Robbins' 5-second rule. That in 5 seconds, your brain will tell you that go away and don't do it.
Okay. Why don't you do the rest of Cam's Uppers?
I'm sorry. Keep going.
I love this.
I know you do.
Because I think that sometimes, I think it dawned on me at a very young age, this idea that if you believe that something is possible, eventually it'll just happen. I like to think that at least.
Good and bad.
Good and bad.
Yeah.
Good and bad for sure.
Yeah, I think you predicted your father's demise.
You do not need to share this with the fucking sneaky freaks.
I'm telling you, you did.
It was just, you think I'm responsible for the fucking
I didn't say you
murder
were
of my father?
I just said I think that you predicted it. You were concerned about it.
I was concerned about it, but not this exact way.
No, that would be clairvoyant.
I was just, I had
that
a
much of a
weird
guru.
suspicion that something weird, that
something was going to happen.
some tragedy was
yeah.
about to befall us.
You were correct.
I was correct. So I guess if you believe that something is possible, your brain will make it happen.
Yeah.
So you're basically saying that I'm responsible for my father's murder, which is fine.
I'm not saying that at all.
Anyway,
it's
I'm
similar
gonna have to go to therapy about this.
It's similar to the quote that I just found from Margaret. What did I tell you her last name is?
Usurping the fucking
Dribble.
uppers.
When nothing is sure, everything is possible. It sort of goes along with what you're saying.
Yes, I like that actually. That's a good way to because I think we're entering very uncertain times.
We've entered it.
We're
right smack in the middle of that
tsunami
of an entrance.
No one knows what the fuck is going on. You get vaccines that you don't know what the fuck is in them.
You're telling me just go for it.
You should go for it.
You don't care if I come out and I have like 3 ears or something.
You're not going to have 3 ears. You're giving vibrators to people and are your family members.
What's wrong with
these
that?
are very uncertain times.
That's a good thing.
These are all great things. There's what did she say? That everything is possible.
When nothing is sure, everything is possible.
Yes.
Embrace the uncertainty.
I love it.
Enjoy the beauty of becoming. When nothing is certain, anything is possible. Margaret Dribble.
I love that.
Dribble or Dribble? I can't really see.
That's Cam's Uppers.
That was good, Cam. I enjoyed those uppers.
See, wow, you weren't bored with it?
No, not at all.
Wow.
You better find more boring ones next time.
Wow. All right. I had some more boring ones if you want me to really get into it.
No, I do not.
Okay.
Anyway, we've gotten so many nice texts and nice.
Tori says,
Yeah.
you two are my fucking soul animals.
I like that.
Cry face with it. Is that a cry?
No, that's not a crying. That's a laughing so hard phase.
But there's tears coming out of the eyes.
Yeah, sometimes when you laugh, you cry.
So this is a
Does
laugh
that ever
cry face.
Do you know, every time I watch like a Broadway show on TV, which is your sister always tells me to watch, these Broadway shows, I become so emotional. Like they start singing Rent, and I start thinking back to when she sang it in her choir at Yale. I just go back there, and I start, and I'm sobbing. I can't listen to music anymore without sobbing.
I feel that way when I'm working out.
What?
This morning I was working out. I started thinking of all the people that would, if I ever got married, who would attend my wedding. And I started getting so emotional about it.
Why?
There's so much beautiful people.
Oh,
Isn't that sweet?
you got to find a bride first. First of all,
I know, but I just got
you
excited
got to find
about
a Tinder date or a Hinge date or
Tinder
something.
date for my own wedding.
That'd be nice.
Now I'm looking for a Tinder date for my own wedding. What are you looking for? A date to my own wedding.
That is a good idea, though.
We had another patron, JC, who said, hey, can you gently let your mom know that her, quotes, electric toothbrush vibrator conversion idea was actually made and sold many years ago as the Tingle Tip, a very large company that makes electric toothbrushes, sued the shit out of them.
I am going to sue the shit out of them. And
No,
I
they've
heard,
already been sued.
well, oh my God, who sued?
This company called Tingle Tip came out with an electric toothbrush that you can turn into a vibrator that you've been talking about for years.
Yeah.
And a major electric toothbrush company sued the shit out of them, probably because they took their
Oh, so
product.
I could have been sued, is what you're saying.
That's exactly right.
Now, I just heard
Thank
from
you,
another
JC,
sneaky freak, Frank, that apparently my idea was taken and used on Big Mouth.
Oh yeah, you can sue them as well.
I got so many
lawsuits.
lawsuits. I don't know who I'm suing. I'm probably trying to prevent myself. So people are suing because they don't want their toothbrushes turning into vibrators.
No, the
See,
company.
the companies. They're prudes. They're fucking prudes, boring ass, not exciting, fun companies like goddamn Oral-B or one of those kind of toothbrush companies.
Hating on Oral-B.
Hating on Oral-B. Why couldn't they just let someone enjoy themselves in the privacy of their own home and use their toothbrush the way they want to use it?
I think we should start a campaign against Oral-B. Take your Oral-B and put it in your pants.
Stick it up your ass, Oral-B.
Stick it up your ass, Oral-B, and
That's going to be the name of this episode.
stick it up your ass, Oral-B. To anyone who owns an Oral-B electric toothbrush, stick it up your ass. That's it. Stick it up your ass, Oral-B.
Would you be interested in that? Maybe that's what you need to do. Maybe that's how you.
It's smaller than my other.
Yeah,
that's much
smaller
more
than your finger.
much more aggressive.
You don't have to turn on the motor. You could just stick it up there. Those little bristles may not be the best.
Oh God.
That would not be good. You have to definitely use like the cap idea that I was having.
You need to make a cap to put on these toothbrushes. And shove
Along
up
your
your
ex-girlfriend. I was asking her to help me with that.
I know.
You've got a lot of things going on with your ex-girlfriends.
All right.
All right.
By the way, we've got this Patreon recap show going on where we recap the Queen's Gambit every week.
It's phenomenal.
Phenomenal. Captain Megan, one of our sneaky freaks, responded to the period scene, by the way.
Oh, no.
If you're watching the Queen's Gambit, this is what she said. Megan says, I think she rejected the pad because she didn't want pity or was seen as weak for accepting the offer of kindness.
So when they're saying pad, for sneaky freaks that haven't seen the Queen's Gambit, we're talking about like a sanitary napkin pad.
Right. So she starts bleeding for the first time.
And I said, why the fuck did she just not use it and throw it in the garbage? Which is what she did. I thought it was a very ungrateful thing for her to do.
Well,
Waste not, want not.
Megan says, boy, that brings me back, though. My mom gave me advice about how to use a pad before I got my first period, but the first time I used a tampon was a nightmare. I was with an older cousin and asked for her menstrual products, and she gave me a tampon. Once I got in the bathroom, I was like, oh, shit, what am I even doing? She kept knocking on the door asking if I was okay, and I was like, yep, no problems here. And 40 minutes later, with a half-inserted tampon, I emerged from the bathroom.
Now, I used to give blow-by-blow, no pun intended, instructions about how to put a tampon in to all my friends. First of all...
How old are you?
I was like probably 15.
You're teaching people at 15 how to put in tampons?
Yes.
Seems pretty old.
Well, I got my period at 15.
I thought people tend to get periods around 13, no?
Yeah, they do. I was late. I was a late bloomer.
And then you became from grasshopper
yes.
to the teacher.
Yes.
Wow.
The key, like everything else, circling right back to Uberlube, is use Vaseline or Uberlube.
No way.
Or any type of lubricant. Because what are you sticking a piece of cotton up there or a cardboard around the cotton when you're not all lubricated? And even though you have your period, it may not be in full force. And it can be very painful and very uncomfortable. And you can end up with a cotton ball sticking out of your vagina.
Are you telling me every time you put an insert?
No, but when you're teaching someone, that's a good thing. Yeah, sometimes you have to take that's a good thing to use, a travel thing of Uberlube.
Really?
Yeah. Sometimes it's too damn difficult to put it up there.
No, I had no idea.
Well, I don't have to worry about it since I have nothing in there anymore. There's no
But you, in
organs
the past,
at all.
You would use lube or something to put it.
And I have, over the many years that I had my period, used a lubricant occasionally to get it in there. Like Vaseline would be good, or any kind of just any kind of small amount of lube just to get it in there. Otherwise, you can, especially if it's the beginning or end of your period, you can have some dryness and it can be uncomfortable.
Amazing. I have no idea.
They probably think it's gushing blood constantly and bloody things are flying
it's like
all
a little fire hose down there. A red fire hydrant.
I'm getting nauseous right now. Okay, next.
I wanted to read a wonderful review that we got.
Please do.
It might bring me to tears if I read it again. I'll read it. It's from Samantha221 from Canada. Review says, brilliant. Hey, Cam and Karen. I just wanted to say I love your podcast. Not only is it informative, interesting, and hilarious, but I love the idea of the two of you trying to normalize talking about uncomfortable subjects.
Stop. That is beautiful.
It is beautiful. That's exactly what we're trying to do. You should become our spokesperson, please. She says, I have listened to some of the top comedy podcasts, and I think you guys provide just as good of quality content, if not better.
Wow. Better than the top ones. Is she talking about
I listened to some of the top ones, and
yeah.
it's a big compliment.
It's a huge compliment.
Yeah.
Like you're talking about like Mark Maron or Joe Rogan.
Or Whitney Cummings.
Whitney Cummings. Or the one I just heard. Brene
Brown is not a comedian.
Oh. Okay, never mind.
I can't believe you're just discovering Brene Brown. Anyway, she goes on to say, I sure hope you guys get the break you deserve and can become a huge, well-known podcast in 2021. Keep up the great work, and I'm sure I will see you on the top 10 podcasts in the future. 5 stars. Samantha221, you sweet, sweet angel.
Samantha, this is visualizing that anything is possible.
I believe that's possible.
I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. Well, hopefully 2021 is our year. Thank you for that sweet review.
Thank you, Samantha.
It means the world to us.
Freaking rock, you little sneaky freak.
If you want to be a sneaky freak patron, you can join us there at patreon.com/sextalkwithmymom. That's how you can support us financially, and where you can see that bonus ride-along show that we're doing with the Queen's Gambit. Also, a bunch of previous bonus episodes that we put up there.
And for all our sneaky freaks Patreon members, we have a special party, a little holiday party coming up on December 23rd at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Join Patreon at patreon.com/sextalkwithmymom.
And if you want to be like Samantha and fill our hearts with joy, please leave us a review.
Yes.
Wherever you're listening to this.
Yes.
RateThisPodcast.com/mom will tell you exactly where to do that. All right, Mother, I think it's time for you to do the thing that we all love for you to do.
And that is?
Sing.
Oh, thank you, son. And let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and sticking a toothbrush in your anal-ease.
How about anal cavity?
Anal cavity.
That's pretty good.
That's not bad.
Birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and sticking toothbrush in your anal cavity. We need to learn what the fucking melody is at this point.
I know.
We've done so many of these.
You got me off kilter there.
You got the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees.
You made it
and
into
the
a
sun
bass.
and the moon. And a
then
thing called love.
You switched it to a different song.
I don't even know if I know this song.
And let me tell you about the birds and the bees. See, you're singing a lower register than me.
You think I'm flat?
You're flat. You're off.
All right, keep going.
And let's put the real song on.
God damn it. Can we
Here
just
go.
end the episode?
No, I'm putting the real song on. Here we go.
Let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and the moon up above and a thing called love.
Okay, let's try it. Let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers. Oh no, there's a toothbrush in my ass. Okay. No, it's a toothbrush.
And the toothbrush in your anal cavity.
No, it's bad. Okay, back again. Take it from the top.
Did he say big brown eye?
No, I don't want the key change. Let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and the electric brush
in your anal cavity.
Thank you for listening, you sneak freaks.
We love you guys, and we couldn't do it without you. Hope you're surviving in this tenuous time. But remember, when nothing is certain, anything is possible.
I love it. Thank you. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.